the world only knew Aaron Gordon for one thing: the dunk contest. That iconic moment when he flew over a moving mascot, defying gravity like it was nothing. Those nights felt electric. The whole world agreed he was robbed, not once but twice. And for a long time, that's what people remembered him as: the dunker who got robbed. But that's not the story anymore. Fast forward 5 years, and Aaron Gordon isn't just a highlight machine. He's an NBA champion. He's the heartbeat of Denver. He's Mr. Nugget. And most importantly, he's one of the most underrated players in the entire league. When I say underrated, I don't just mean those 2 iconic game winners he delivered in the playoffs, but they're the perfect place to start. Because those moments define exactly why AG is the perfect role player, the perfect teammate, and a weapon every contender dreams about. Picture this: game clock running down. Nikola Jokic goes into his signature Sambo shuffle. The shot's off, but before anyone else can react, AG explodes to the rim and puts it back at the buzzer. The crowd erupts. It looks like pure instinct, but it's so much more than that. Because this didn't happen in just any game. This happened after the Nuggets got humiliated in Game 3, a 34-point loss. Media had already buried them. "This series is over," they said. Reports even claimed the locker room was broken, the vibe was off, and to make things worse, Aaron Gordon himself was dealing with a brutal calf injury. But that's exactly what separates good players from special ones. Despite the pain, despite the noise, despite every reason to fold, Gordon played 43 exhausting minutes. And when it mattered most, he made the winning play. That moment wasn't just about timing. It was about heart. That's why Jokic calls him the soul of the team. He's the guy who bleeds for the game, who gives Denver a heartbeat when the world doubts them. Aaron Gordon didn't just change how people see him. He changed what it means to be a role player on a championship team.
He deserves it. He's like you said, he's the soul of this team. He's a glue guy. He probably doesn't give the much respect that he deserves, but I think he doesn't need attention, so he knows what he's doing.
The first game winner showed Aaron Gordon's heart, but the second one? That showed his evolution. It was a completely different kind of moment. The Oklahoma City Thunder had the game in the bag. The crowd was already celebrating, but the Denver Nuggets refused to die. They chipped away at the lead, bucket after bucket, fighting with everything they had. And then, when Chet Holmgren missed 2 crucial free throws, everything changed. In an instant, Denver had a chance to steal the game. The ball swung to Russell Westbrook. He collapsed the defense, he kicked it out, and suddenly, it was in Aaron Gordon's hands. In transition, no time to breathe, no time to think, just one shot to decide everything. And let's be real, at that moment, Nuggets fans didn't trust that shot. Not because they didn't love AG, but because history said otherwise. Before this season, Gordon wasn't known as a shooter, a 32% career three-point percentage, one of his worst shooting seasons just a year ago, a mid-range game that was below average, and free throws, barely scraping 70%. He was explosive, athletic, a defender, a finisher, but a clutch shooter from deep? That wasn't supposed to be him. And yet, he rose. He took that shot, and he buried it. Game over. Crowd silenced. Nuggets Nation exploded. But this wasn't some lucky bounce. This was a product of transformation. Gordon didn't accept being great but limited. He went back, rebuilt his shot, retooled his mechanics, and came out a different weapon entirely. This season, he didn't just improve, he made history. A 15% jump from 3, a 15% jump from the free throw line. No other player in NBA history has ever pulled off double-digit improvements in both areas in a single season. That's not luck, that's work. That's obsession. 2 game winners, 2 different versions of Aaron Gordon. The first, pure willpower. The second, evolution. Together, they show exactly why AG isn't just another role player. He's the soul of this team. He's the guy who fixes the holes, adapts to what Denver needs, and delivers when no one expects him to. And here's the crazy part. That's still not the full story. Because beyond his jumper, beyond the numbers, stands a 6'8" powerhouse. Pure muscle, explosive, agile, versatile. A player who doesn't just score, he defends. He reads the floor. He plays smart basketball. He sacrifices shine for wins. This is why Aaron Gordon is more than just underrated. He's the glue that makes a championship team unstoppable. When the Denver Nuggets traded for Aaron Gordon, many people saw it as just a solid, fair deal. They weren't wrong, But what they didn't fully realize was how perfect this move was going to be for both sides. At that time, Denver was acquiring a starting-level forward with freakish physical tools, someone who many believed still had untapped potential just waiting for the right system. On the other side, the Orlando Magic received Gary Harris, a future first-round pick, and a newly acquired first in R.J. Hampton. But fast forward to now, that pick still hasn't conveyed. Harris isn't on the Magic anymore, and Hampton didn't turn into the star Orlando might have hoped for. Meanwhile, Gordon has become the missing piece in a championship puzzle. Today, when you look around the league, players like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are signing max contracts, with Bridges alone being valued at 5 first-round picks. And sure, you could argue Bridges might have some edges over Gordon in certain areas, but this is where Aaron Gordon's situation becomes truly special. He found himself in a system that maximizes every single strength he brings to the floor. Few players in NBA history have ever landed in a more ideal offensive situation. Playing next to Nikola Jokic, a once-in-a-generation playmaking big man, Gordon's game exploded. His athleticism, cutting ability, and finishing around the rim are being used in ways that no other system could replicate. And honestly, you just can't talk about Aaron Gordon's impact without mentioning his incredible chemistry with Jokic. It's not just good, it's historic. In fact, the Jokic-Gordon partnership is one of the most lethal two-man combinations in the league. If you look at assist connections, Jokic to Gordon ranks among the very top in the entire NBA. Their timing, trust, and understanding on the court are unmatched. There's literally a 13-minute compilation on YouTube of Jokic finding Gordon in every possible way. And that's just from one playoff run. And here's the best part. It's not a one-way street. Gordon isn't just the beneficiary. He's also a smart, willing playmaker who sets Jokic up beautifully as well. But while the offensive connection gets the highlight reels, what truly makes Gordon irreplaceable is his two-way impact. Defensively, he's become Denver's anchor on the wing. He's the guy they throw at every superstar. In that 2023 playoff run, Gordon guarded LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, and Jimmy Butler, all in the same postseason. And not only did he take on those matchups, he excelled in them. His size, his lateral quickness, his strength, and that ridiculous defensive versatility turned him into the ultimate Swiss Army knife for Denver. When you look closely at those possessions, what stands out isn't just his athleticism, it's the discipline. Against scorers like Booker and Durant, Gordon used his length and verticality with surgical precision, forcing tough shots, absorbing contact, and doing it all without fouling. Very few players in the league can guard both elite wings and dominant bigs with the same level of effectiveness. Gordon can. And that's why this trade turned out to be a franchise-altering move for Denver. It gave them a perfect running mate for Jokic, someone who elevates the team without demanding touches. It gave them a defensive stopper in the biggest moments. And most importantly, it gave them the missing championship ingredient. Aaron Gordon might not get the same spotlight as some of the league's flashier stars, but his value is undeniable. He's the quiet force behind Denver's rise to the top. The reason those championship banners are hanging isn't just Jokic's brilliance. It's also Gordon's grit, his versatility, and his willingness to do the dirty work that wins rings. And maybe that's the beauty of it. He doesn't need the spotlight to be great. He just is. Word count.